times real, that's why my name's Trill. Three times real, that's why my name's Trill.
Hey, put your hands up, come on, put your hands up, put your hands up, shout out.
3 times real, that's why my name's Trill. Three times real, that's why my name's Trill.
Hey, put your hands up, come on, put your hands up, put your hands up, now I hop on the scene with some banging dope beats with a top.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros was the theatrics between Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather. Jake Paul grabs Floyd's hat. Got your hat. And he got that tattooed on him too, man. All right. Anyways, we're going to take a look at the incident. Here it is.
One night, got your hat.
He grabs Floyd's hat and then chaos breaks out.
Damn.
See Logan trying to get in there. Anyways, oh, this you guys here. Look at Jake. You see Jake just covering his face, screaming, "I got your hat! I got your hat!" All right, I'll turn this over to you, G. What's your thoughts on this, and do you think it was staged?
Yeah, I'm being honest. I thought it was staged, man. Like, because Floyd didn't throw no punches. If you actually watch the video, he's talking like he wants to put hands on him, but he doesn't. So I'm like, man, this is for the gram, bro. You know what I mean? They're just trying to sell the fight, yo. It's cool, I don't know, man. And not to mention, he has like an army of bodyguards, bruh. All you guys like, yo, somebody go get my hat right now. You know what I mean? Like, and it would have been done. The fact that he was, I'm asking you what. I'm like, come on, Floyd, bro. You're with mad bodyguards. Your bodyguards go get your hat, and you could be like, yo, stomp that. Like, you know what I mean? You can whisper to somebody. Like, if you're like a multi-millionaire, you're not gonna be on camera jumping a guy unless this was a setup. You know what I mean? So I just don't see like a Jay-Z doing something as foolish as that. You know, like when you're worth that amount, you move different. Like that to me just seems so staged. And to me, I felt like they're just promoting the fight. And so I'm not buying it, man. And I know Ellaby was like on Twitter, like, nah, this is real. Right. You know, I'm not buying none of that, man. I think it's fake.
All right, dog, Bill.
I thought it was pretty real. You know why? I think people think it was fake because it was like the blatant disrespect, right? You don't play with somebody like Floyd like that. And the reason why I said, that Floyd was, caught off guard is because of what Floyd is, he's got the hair replacement thing going on. And Floyd's going to make sure that he's in the flattering way. You know what I'm saying? That didn't leave Floyd. We know how Floyd is. Floyd is not going to leave himself looking any way ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he can control it. And if he's controlling the narrative. I think that this guy was playing around and he got a black eye for it, and that's that simple, right down the middle. But I do want to shout out Logan Paul, because Logan Paul remind me of us. I don't care about Floyd and how many bodyguards he had, even though his brother was being a jerk. When them guys went to attack his brother, he jumped right in there. He didn't care if Floyd had 30, 50, you know what I'm saying? So much respect to Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to look at him differently because I seen it differently than what other people seen it. I seen him like, yo, this 30 or something bodyguard, he went to go fight for his brother. Even though his brother was being a jerk and shouldn't have did that, he had his brother's back. He was still trying to make sure that his brother got up out of there. His brother was good. So shout out to Logan Paul for being a real one, because you definitely had your brother's back.
Got your hat, nigga.
True on woman's ass now.
Get the belt.
You know what
Oh man, I didn't expect that.
I didn't expect that.
That's crazy.
I think that was staged. He's still trying to get his hat back.
So on that,
Come back. Come back.
Phil pulled out, he pulled out his slipper. You know what I'm saying?
Like, look.
All right, TB. Order has been restored.
Got my hat back.
Oh man, now they sold me on that they sold me on the theatrics of that whole shenanigans right there. Like for one thing that caught me was when like Logan Paul was sitting in the background and Jake Paul and Mayweather was going at it. And I was just like, it seems a little suspicious. But then when it broke off and Logan was about to jump in, and then they pulling him back like, nah. And then I was just like, okay, all right, this is something different. But Jake, yeah, you're a fool. You play too much and things of that nature. And one thing, Trills, you're right. I remember they pranked Logan Paul. There's a guy named Chef Rush. He used to cook for the White House. He was like a bodybuilder or something. And they pranked him. They pranked Logan Paul by Chef Rush was just cooking for them, and he just spazzed out on one of the guys in like in the mansion they live in or whatever. And Logan was just ready to was looking like, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, tell me you're serious, because he was about to like tee off on Chef. But Logan is like trying to go in his head, but Jake is like the one that like jokes around too much and take things the extra mile. So, shout out. It was entertaining for me. Shout out to Mayweather for making it look believable. I thought it was believable. If it was fake, it was fake. But it's to sell this fight that's in a couple weeks, and they're doing their thing.
I'm gonna tell you this. I've seen Floyd Mayweather act, and he's not a good actor. If you want to see some terrible acting, put on Think Like a Man 2. You watch the scene with Floyd Mayweather. It is terrible. Floyd cannot act. So when I saw that, to me, it had to be real. Like when you look at his reaction, his facial expressions, his anger, everything, he's not that good of an actor, bro. He's not. That would require some serious acting. You guys are giving Floyd too much credit. Even the talk before he pulled the hat, the energy was different. He was doing the song and dance. Oh, this boom. Yo, book the fight for this bum and whatever. As soon as the hat went, it was just different. And I think Trill brought up a great point. Floyd's never going to let the world see him in an unflattering way. He always likes to control things. He likes to dictate things. He's not going to let you see him looking rough. That's not Floyd's thing. So when he pulled that hat off, I think Floyd really was frustrated and upset. And when you slow it down, it does show Floyd throw some punches if you slow it down, but you don't really see it because there's the chaos and Floyd's a smaller man and there's a bunch of giant security guards there, but Floyd does throw a punch. And the black eye is real. It's not a fake black eye. It's a real black eye, which I think is a little bit of poetic justice, because some people say that Jake Paul's putting a black eye on the sport. Now, when you watch it and you look at Jake, he's standing there red as hell. He just keeps saying, I got your hat. I got your hat. It just, to me, that seemed too real. Like, I don't think that was fake. Like, Floyd's not a good actor like that. And Jake Paul is the type of person who doesn't understand the danger he was in. I could see the way he walked in on Ben Askren with the little scripted whatever, and then they walked out and Ben Askren pointed out like, yo, they really just, the choreography was great. Like, You can tell he pulled that stunt on Ben, and Ben was just like, whatever. But I don't think he realized you have arguably the greatest fighter that ever lived standing in front of you. You're face to face with him, and you snatch his hat and expect it to get away with it. Like, see, that's the type of thing where he doesn't understand. Like, bro, there's the level of guys you've been fighting, and then there's the real deal. People look at guys like Floyd Mayweather. You see Floyd Mayweather laughing. You see him doing all this stuff. Yo, that dude's a fighter. He earned his living by going in the ring and putting hands on people. As much as people try to make it seem like Floyd is some chump, they all were afraid of him. Like, it's one thing when you in the ring with Floyd and you're so scared to throw a punch because he's going to see it and hit you first, and you're just standing there relegated to doing nothing. It's the psychological damage that's hard to repair from. And Canelo learned that. That's what you see him doing to all his opponents now. That's why it makes me laugh when people say, oh, the person didn't even try. You just saw them standing there, because they know if they open up that Canelo's going to hit them. You're disciplining the guy in front of you. It's like, Mac, make a mistake, pay. You make the guy afraid to do anything. Floyd, the master at that, messing guys up. You got that guy in front of you, you think it's a game. Another person like that is Tyson Fury. You see Tyson Fury laughing and joking around, so you think that he's something to play with. You don't want to find out that he's not. These guys have been through a lot of pain. They've been through a lot of stuff that makes them who they are. And although they're very nice sometimes and they can seem like approachable people, they are very dangerous. And Jake Paul, you learned that the hard way. Bro, Floyd's not a regular man. Don't play with that boy. You find out the hard way. And that brings me to this when I close. There's a difference between doing the YouTube thing and all this whatever, and there's a difference between the real killers. Bro, the real killers will hit you anywhere.
Let us know how you feel about that in the comment section. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. You got his hat, but he got your eye. Spot.